In preparation for this Sabbath morning, I'd like for you to consider a very important question. How many heroes of our faith had easy lives? How many? How many of those people written down in the great 11th chapter of the book of Hebrews, we call it the Hall of Faith, how many of them had easy lives? The writer says, I don't have time to tell you about them all. Where did Jesus say to his followers, God has a wonderful plan for your life? And primarily that involves a great house, an attractive spouse, a terrific job, a wonderful car, an endless succession of easy days. Where does Jesus say that? What Jesus basically said, follow me and you're going to have a great big God and outrageous joy, but you're likely going to be in trouble just about all the time. And they followed him. They did. They followed him by the hundreds, by the thousands, by the tens of thousands. They followed the same path that he walked on. They followed him through servanthood. They followed him through sacrificial generosity. They followed him through radical forms of community. They followed him right into the most intense levels of suffering. They followed him through persecution, and yes, they followed him even to the point of death. Throughout history, hundreds of thousands of ordinary men and women, most of whom have long since been forgotten, names and faces that will never be remembered in this world. Those men and women said that they were willing to go right into the furnace, which is our topic of study for this Sabbath. The furnace. These people loved God so much they were willing to say, I will give everything for you, O Lord, even death itself. And when they did, when their final moment came, which it will for you and for me one day, they were completely at peace. God did not forget them. God did not overlook them. And God did not abandon them. God said to them, as he said to Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego, I will meet you right in the middle of that furnace. I invite you to join us this Sabbath morning as we move again into the stories of the book of Daniel. This is part 3, and our focus is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's experiences right in the fiery furnace. I'm Pastor Randy Speyer.